Now, the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union KMPDU has threatened to hold another strike this December, citing the government's failure to meet their demands outlined in a return-to-work formula signed in May this year. This decision follows a recent High Court ruling that upheld the SRC's directive to cap intern stipends at 70,000 Kenyan shillings, contrary to the 2017 CBA. This recent High Court ruling has added fuel to the ongoing dispute between the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union and the government over intern stipends. Last month, the court upheld the Salaries and Remuneration Commission's directive, which set stipends for medical interns at a reduced rate of 70,000 Kenyan shillings, down from 206,000 Kenyan shillings. In its decision, the court emphasized that interns are in training and not full-time employees, urging KMPDU and government stakeholders to negotiate towards a consensus on this issue. KMPDU, however, responded with a firm stance, stating it would hold talks until the end of November. If no resolution is reached by then, the union has threatened to call for a nationwide strike in December, expressing growing frustration with the government's lack of action on unresolved issues from previous negotiations.
The court was very clear that the CBA exists and the SRC circular is in dispute with the CBA. The court gave us mandate as a union to go and negotiate. And we said from 17th of October, we are negotiating. We will negotiate for 45 days in the boardrooms, all the boardrooms of this country. But from December, we will negotiate on the street.
At the recent annual general meeting in Eldoret City, doctors voiced concerns about the government's failure to address the grievances that led to the previous strike, which spanned from March to May this year.
After the strike, we had a return-to-work formula, which laid down the issues that were actually making us to go on strike in our CBA. To date, we have to follow up with counties, we have to follow up with Ministry of Health, we have to follow up with the employers of doctors for issues of promotions, for issues of redesignations.
Efforts to resolve the stipend issue have already seen multiple rounds of negotiations. Talks between KMPDU and government officials on October 31st ended in a deadlock, with the Ministry of Health firmly supporting the SRC stance. Dr. Dev Jayatela has assured union members of continued updates, but warned that further delays could lead to a strike impacting healthcare services nationwide.
If government has not implemented agreement that we signed on 8th of May 2024, then on 30th of November we will give a 7-day strike notice. And we will proceed on strike until these issues are implemented.
Despite agreeing to a return-to-work formula to end their previous 56-day strike, KMPDU says the underlying issues are yet to be resolved, leaving doctors and interns with little choice but to prepare for potential action in December if their demands remain unmet.